Here's what Joe Biden had to say. Remember, he says he's a devout Catholic. Joe Biden says, "I'm deeply disappointed by the Supreme Court's ruling in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association v. Bruin. The ruling contradicts common sense and the Constitution. They should deeply trouble us all. I remain committed to doing everything in my power to reduce gun violence." James Martin tweeted the thing on gun control and did pro-life ? And this is your seamless garment approach. So what they're going to do is they're going to say, you can't be pro-life if you believe in gun control. Well, let me just say this. There is no amendment for abortion. The 14th Amendment doesn't actually say anything about that. There's actually an entire amendment, the Second Amendment, entirely dedicated to a citizen's right to bear arms. And the reason we have the right to bear arms in the Constitution is God-given. It has to do with the fact that every human can protect himself from mortal violence. What concerns me, though, is that Joe Biden and James Martin, Father James Martin, they're trying to immediately moralize their position on conscience, that Catholics can use their conscience to override the church teaching on abortion. And what they do is they teach the seamless garment theology. The seamless garment, you remember Jesus, before he was crucified, he was wearing a seamless garment. I believe tradition says the Blessed Virgin Mary made him that garment. He was wearing the seamless garment. Instead of cutting the garment into pieces, the Roman centurions cast lots and kept it into one piece. So the seamless garment theology is the idea that to be pro-life isn't just about abortion. It has to do with housing and projects and food stamps and gun control and all these other things. And it's all one seamless garment. You can't have one without the other. So what they'll say is, okay, you're out there saying, close down this Planned Parenthood, but since you aren't also trying to get new projects built for poor people, you're not pro-life, and everything you say about the abortion question is invalid, right? So it's a way of leveling the playing field. It's called the seamless garment theology. The Jesuits in 2022 are all subscribed to it. They love it. Here's the problem with the seamless garment theology. Rights are not a flat garment or like a bed sheet. Rights are a pyramid. There is a hierarchy in rights. The right to bear arms is low on the hierarchy. I mean, it's in there, it's important, but it's definitely not important as like the right to oxygen, the right to water. You know, you can't say if you have jugs of water and there's someone dying of thirst, they're within hours of dying of thirst, you can't say, well, you don't have a right to the water. Yeah, they do have a right to the water. We believe that. We believe that God made the water for all human beings to drink without exception. No one could corner the water market on earth and say, well, they don't have a right to my water. I have it all. No. Catholics would not allow that. Same thing with food. If someone is starving to death, they have a right to food. If you're the proximate person, you're the neighbor, they have a right to your food. This is why in Catholic theology, moral theology, we would say if a family was starving, the father is not only excused from stealing, he has the obligation to go and take food and feed his kids. But the reason there's a hierarchy of rights is because at the very top of that pyramid is the right to life, the right to be alive. If I'm dead, if I'm not alive, I don't, the right for food, what does that even matter? I'm dead. The right for oxygen, I'm dead. The right for water, the right for a home, I'm dead. And this is why the seamless garment of playing all the rights on equal footing is wrong. It's not Catholic. There's a hierarchy of rights. And the highest right is to be alive, the right to life, the right to be born. See, if I don't get out of the womb, if I'm deprived of my right to leave the womb, then the lower rights, which come under that, like the right to drink milk or fluids, breathe air, have a blanket, don't matter. A dead baby doesn't need any of those things. So no, abortion is not healthcare. It's not a right. And you can't do what Joe Biden does and Father James Martin and the modernist heretical Jesuits do of the seamless garment and try to make all rights equal. No. The right to life is at the very top of the pyramid of rights.